United 674, we radar contact lost. We lost our radar.
Do I have Bravo clearance?
No, you do not have a Bravo clearance. We lost our radar and it's not working correctly. Radar service terminates.
Okay, I'll wait for that frequency from you, okay?
Okay, no, just squawk me afar, look up the tower frequencies. We don't have a radar, so I don't know where you are.
This communications meltdown caused the FAA to issue a temporary ground stop. Some Newark controllers were so rattled by this experience that they took trauma leave after the event. As you know from watching this news show, the United States is experiencing a shortage of air traffic controllers. The current shortage is 3,000 nationwide. This communication failure at Newark Airport proves that the entire FAA system in this country needs an upgrade. It's old, very old. Some parts are 50 years old. And as for the technology, that's old too. The FAA still uses paper strips and floppy disks. I didn't even know you could still buy floppy disks. Our nation can't afford to wait another day. Remember what happened 4 months ago here in Washington, D.C.? An Army helicopter collided with an American Airlines flight, killing all 67 people on both aircraft. The airspace around D.C. is one of the busiest. Earlier, I spoke with Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. Mr. Secretary, nice to speak to you, sir.
Thanks for having me, Greta. Good to be with you.
Thank you. Mr. Secretary, we have obviously a very serious problem with our air industry. It's going to take a lot of money, a lot of time. You just got on the job. Congress hasn't necessarily given you the money, and you haven't had the time. But is there anything you can do in the short run to meet the urgent needs?
So first off, we shouldn't be surprised. This has been a burning issue over the course of the last decade, but specifically over the last 4 years. The GAO has reported that the system was way too antiquated and needed to be updated. We saw what happened in Newark. That could happen in other places around the infrastructure. So we are going to build a brand new air traffic control system. That's going to take anywhere from 3 to 4 years. But to your question, in the Philly Tracon, which controls Newark, we're already up there. We had a primary line that went down, and the secondary line, the redundant line, it didn't stand up. So we're working on fixing that, making sure both lines, the primary and the redundant line, are working. But at the same time, we're laying new fiber in the Philly Tracon to make sure we can stand up the telecom to make sure it never goes down again. And so this takes a little bit of time. I was told it'd be 8 months on the new fiber side of the telecom. I think we can get it to this summer. And again, we're gonna deal with what's happening by trying to stand up more controllers in the Philly Tracon. We're going to get airlines together to talk about how they can reduce capacity at Newark. So if you go to the airport, you're not going to be delayed for 4 hours. You're not going to be canceled. And then we're going to get this thing up and running, but it takes a little bit of time to do that, Greta.
You know, obviously we want it done right now, but I'm even shocked to hear you say it can be done in 3 or 4 months. I mean, the magnitude of this job, modernizing this ancient, old air traffic control system where you're hearing that they're still using floppy disks, it is stunning to me if you can get that done even in this term, this 4-year term of the president.
No. So, no, I'm talking about the telecom at the Philly Tracon, hopefully by this summer. This whole system, I said, is going to be 3 to 4 years. And the key part of this is to get the money from Congress. Here's the problem. Prior Congresses have given small tranches of money to the FAA, and there hasn't been big, bold vision to build something brand new. We're going to ask the Congress for all the money up front. I'll go back and testify. They can do oversight with me. But we're going to get the money and, again, we're going to get new radars, new radios, sensors on tarmacs, new infrastructure around telecom, going from copper to fiber. All the things that make an air traffic control system great, we're actually going to implement here. And the space is going to be safer, but also, Greta, more planes are flying in the air. So we can deploy some technology that can bring us more efficiency in the airspace, which is critical on the delay front. And again, most people, they don't want to know who the FAA administrator is. They don't want to know who the DOT secretary is because everything runs well. But when you have these kind of failures, we got to come out and be very clear about what's happened in the past and where Donald Trump and Sean Duffy are going to take us in the future with the help of the Congress. And by the way, it's going to be bipartisan. Everyone agrees we have to do this.
People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.